Hello y'all, I hope you're doing great today. I've got another easy dish for you. If you like cauliflower and if you like buffalo sauce, we're gonna make buffalo cauliflower nuggets. Use it as a side dish, use it as an appetizer, use it as a main dish. So if you're ready to go, let's get moving.
Grab yourself a head or two of cauliflower, depending on how many people you're going to feed. We're going to start by cutting this into chunks or nuggets of 1 to 2 inch. I prefer 2 inches. Sometimes the cauliflower will break apart and create all these little bits. So we want to keep the bigger chunks that we're going to cook. Once we've cut that up, we're going to move it to our pan. I'm using a coconut spray here. I ran out of olive oil. I would prefer to use olive oil. And we're going to cook that on a medium to high heat. And then add 3/4 teaspoon of chopped or minced garlic. We're going to roast that, pull out some of that flavor. And then add your cauliflower. I'm doing 2 different batches. I'm going to combine them at the end. I wanted to get a good cook. Didn't want to have too many of them in this particular pan. So stir that around. You're not going to add any moisture. The cauliflower has all the moisture that it needs inside. We don't want it to get too mushy or too soft. So as it starts to brown, you're just going to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. As it continues to get brown, stir it up. Make sure you get a good coat. The salt and pepper is covering those nuggets. What I do a couple times while I'm cooking it, I'll just take and splash a little bit of water in just to make sure that it's not overheating or getting too dark on the underside if I let it sit for too long. Again, we want it to stay crisp, not too soft. And then as it starts to brown towards the end, when you get it to where you want it, pick a piece, test it, see if it's where you want it to be. I add a little bit of my wing sauce to it before I transfer it over into the mixing bowl that I'm going to toss it in. I like to get it just nice and coated while it's still in the pan to impart some of that flavor into the cauliflower before I start to toss it. So go ahead and move it over into a mixing bowl. Again, I left some of the moisture out. I don't want it to continue soaking up that moisture because it's going to keep cooking while you're mixing it because it's still warm. Add however much wing sauce that you want. Just do it by sight. Get whatever kind of wing sauce that you like. It doesn't matter what it is. And then you're going to toss it. Make sure it gets covered really well. You can stir it if you like. I like tossing it just because it tends to cover a lot more than if I just stir it. I'm going to pour some of this juice and this sauce off, set it aside, and then transfer it to the bowl that I had the first batch in. This is the second batch. Give it a good stir, and then move it over with the first portion that I cooked. So once I do that, you can pour it. I'm going to do it piece by piece just because I didn't want a lot of the juices coming off of it right away. Also, just for presentation's sake, I didn't want it to be all the bottom side of it. So now that I've got it combined, I know that I'm going to serve this right away. So I'm going to go ahead and add that remaining sauce to the top because I know it's not going to soak in right away. My cauliflower's nice and crisp. I didn't have any celery. I forgot to pick celery up at the grocery store, so I had some green onions in the refrigerator. Chopped those up just to give it a little bit of contrast and some color to stand out a tad. Once you've done that, grab yourself some of your favorite dressing, blue cheese, ranch, honey mustard, whatever you like, whatever you want to serve it with. You don't even have to use any sauce if you don't want. So easy, simple, quick. That's it.
All right, there you go. Really easy. I got to tell you something. I've never liked cauliflower, but one day, one of my kids brought me a picture of this dish and asked if I could make it. I gave it a shot. It was really easy. And not only was it easy, it tasted great. So there you have it. But anyway, have fun with it. I know you'll love it. I know it'll be easy. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it. Keep your head up. Have a great day. Take care.